The following is a short tutorial on how to set up a Microsoft Teams meeting through D2L. Originally, they had this Microsoft Teams widget that you could add onto your page, and inside of this widget, you would just scroll down and create a meeting right within here. They've actually made it easier in the last update, and I'm going to show you how that works. So to start, you're going to go to Announcements and drop that down, and you're going to create a new announcement. Once in Announcements, you're going to add a title. We call this morning meeting. And often what I think looks great and makes it easy to find is I'm just going to go add an image. So I'm going to copy this image from Google and I'm just going to paste it in here. Often if you put an image right at the top, it makes it really easy for people to find. So I'm just going to add that image. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my meeting right below this. So this is how they've made it a lot easier. They've put it right within this Insert Quick Link button. So if we click on Insert Quick Link, and we scroll right down to the bottom, you're going to see it says MS Teams meeting. So we just click on this. So this gives us the same ability to create the meeting just as the widget did. So if I scroll down here, I can create a meeting link and I can set a title. So I'm going to say join our Monday meeting. And I can set the time for that. So I can say it's going to be tomorrow at, let's say, around 8 o'clock. And when I set all this up, this is how easy it becomes. I just have to set both dates just to make sure it's done properly. And then I can just click on the Create button. And you're going to see now that it's going to actually populate a link, and then I just need to insert it. And when I insert it, you can see the title that I gave that meeting, so join our Monday meeting, is right there. One thing I suggest always is if links are really important and you want people to see them, just make it nice and big and easy to find. And so now I can just publish this and it will put it right on my page. So then if a student comes in, they will get to see this post. It will see the Microsoft Teams logo so they know that they have a meeting in there. And they are just one click away from joining that meeting. So I'll show you how this will look. Now, if you have Teams downloaded, you're going to get to see this open in Microsoft Teams. If that's probably the best way to go if you have it downloaded on your computer, but if you don't, or if students come in via a Chromebook or a personal computer without Teams on it, they can also just join the web instead. If students are coming in from an iPad or device, they're going to have to download the app onto that device in order to get access. I'm just going to open this one for now in Microsoft Teams. Now, you're going to see that I'm going to turn off my microphone and then I'm going to join now. Now, as soon as I come in, you're going to see that I have people waiting to come into my class. So I'm actually coming in on a Chromebook, an iPad, and a laptop. So I could click admit one at a time, or I can go view in lobby. And when I go view in lobby, you can see all the different users trying to come in. So to let them in, all I need to do is click on the check mark, and you'll see that these people are now admitted into my group. Now, just a couple things to remember, like if someone is not muted in your group, you can actually go in under these three dots and mute them. And so that will make sure that there's nice clean audio and no one's talking while you're talking. As of now, you can see that everyone in this meeting is in the same area. We actually want to adjust this so all of our students become attendees. What this does is when they're attendees is they do not have the ability to take over the screen because essentially right now they're in presenter mode. So we're going to go in here and make each of them an attendee. And what that does is this share arrow, it just blanks it out so they can't click on it. So a couple other things is they can go into the chat on this window and the chat can go down here so you can moderate that chat. Again, it's always a great idea to have norms around those chats. Another thing you can do is turn on the video camera. So if I flick this camera on, you can see now the students can see me. Students also have the opportunity to do this, but again, it's about setting norms. So you can talk to them about turning that camera off. If you have a lot of people on here and the cameras are all on, it will take up a lot of bandwidth and might slow things down. So essentially, it's usually best to have the cameras off unless they're doing just an introduction or a presentation and the mics off at the same time. The final thing I want to talk about is that we do not want students in here unsupervised. So to do that, we need to make sure that when we end the meeting, we go to show participants. And if you look down here, when students eventually log off and end the meeting, they will just remove themselves from this. So I'll log out of a couple students and you can see that those students will leave the meeting. The key is as an educator is to make sure there's no one left in this meeting at the end of it. So if there is someone, you can remove them manually by just clicking on remove participant. So at the end of each session, you want to make sure that everyone has left this session, and then you end your session. Once you end your session by clicking on this hang up button right here, the students will not be able to get into this team meeting again unless you rejoin the meeting and invite students back in. Thank you for watching this short tutorial on how to set up Microsoft Teams in D2L.